Hi, welcome back to ODE YouTube channel. My name is Paulo and I'm here again to show you another pen related video. Here in Portugal we ended the phase of confinement, so we can go out now for some days now. But I've been keeping myself at home mostly, and because I'm still working from home, so it's easy to stay home. Yesterday after work I decided to go out and go to Lisbon downtown, which is a very strange experience now because it is completely empty of tourists, and without tourists it's almost empty. That's something that we did not see for the last few years. But I went there, I went to Muji, but I went to some other places and I want to show you what I got because I think it might be interesting. So, let's see what I have inside. And I'm starting with the Muji stuff because these are the non-specific stuff that you can find. I bought a little rubber because I needed an extra rubber here at home. And then I bought some other things, paper. These notebooks are called passport notebooks, and these are quite nice because they fit inside the traveler's notebook that I have. And that's a nice thing because these are cheaper and can be inserted because they are the same size. This is plain, this is grid, and there is a dotted, but I didn't buy that because I prefer these ones. However, these are not fountain pen friendly, just to let you know. Then, you can use it with fountain pens, but they bleed through a little bit. But these I already know. Then I decided also to buy some other stuff like this because I just want to try. And they call this notebook, and it has this shape. This is somehow a thick paper, and I would like to see how this behaves for ink swatches. I see some people doing in this kind of notebooks, not exactly this Muji one, but I would like to see how this particular one performs, so I think there will be some video soon about this stuff. Then I also bought these small notebooks, which are made from two different papers, and they say this is semi-bleached paper and this is unbleached paper. So they have different colors. One is more brownish and the other is yellowish. And I just want to see how these write. Sometimes I like to have these simple papers to jot down notes, and I'm running out of draft paper at home, so paper for making drafts of things. I used some notes that I had from the university and so on, some prints that I'm using on the back side of the paper. This is another paper that I want to try. It seems very smooth, but probably it's just the same kind of paper. I cannot be sure. This is also very smooth. This looks a little thinner. I have to see how this behaves with fountain pens. I don't really know. So all these will be a test. I don't really know how these will go. And this is the same kind of notebook, but with a slightly different paper, and it is ruled paper. So I'm curious to see how it goes. Here, this is the same notebook as that one, but this is a smaller one and this is a bigger. I want to see how this will work out. So this is the Muji, modern stuff. Then I went to another store, which is a stationery store, very well known. It has more than 100 years old, and it is called Papelaria Fernandes. And I bought this notebook. This is a lined notebook, and this is very, very well known in Portugal. This has, you can see there, it says livro, which means book, and then 1/4 almo pautado 200 folhas. This means this is a book of 1/4 of almaço paper, which is a paper that is traditionally used in Portugal, which is a big paper that has almost the A3 size. You used to buy those sheets folded in half, so approximately 2 A4 pieces of paper, 2 sheets of paper, but just an A3 folded. So this is almaço paper, which is that very well-known traditional Portuguese paper. And pautado means it has lines and 200 sheets of paper, and this book is called flecha, and flecha means arrow in Portuguese, and this is a very, very traditional kind of book here in Portugal that has this finish on the edges of the pages, and it is also used. There were some varieties for accountants, for meetings with several layouts of pages. So this is an interesting thing. The last thing I went for was another small store that has lots of remainings of old stock of some stuff, and I went there. I went there just to check what they had. Sometimes they have interesting things. They always have those things, but it's not all available to see at a given moment. They are now in making some renovations, so it's all full of dust and they are moving things away. So I bought 2 pens, and because I bought 2 pens, I just bought one cheap €1.30 pouch for those 2 pens. So this was quite inexpensive, and I just bought it because I bought the pens. Now I'm going to show you the pens, which are nice. I collect yellow pens, so this made sense, and I saw also this one. Because they are inexpensive, I bought 2, the yellow and the black. These are, I don't know if I can show you, they are Stipen pens, which is was a French company that was eventually bought by Bic, and it has these interesting nib full of little holes. I've showed you a Stipen or 2 before. One was my first fountain pen, and the other was a retractable pen, which is the Stipen Up. And it has these very traditional kind of ink cartridges, so it is an interesting thing. The pens are the same, both with M nibs, one yellow and one black. And finally, I want to show you the last thing that I got there at the same store, and this was pretty exciting. This was the last one they had, and is this. And this is a bottle of ink. And now, this is a Portuguese book. These are not Portuguese pens, unfortunately, but this is Portuguese ink, which means tinta estilográfica. It's ink for fountain pens, and it is from a company called Cisne, Portuguese brand, that, and Cisne means swan, as I think it's quite understandable. And the swan is in the cap is embossed on the glass, and it's also here on the label, and it also says the name of the company that had the brand. So this was the exciting finds of my deconfinement into Lisbon downtown. Not that touristic now, but still has some interesting stuff. So many of these things I will be talking about in future videos. I hope you liked this one, and I'll be back soon. Bye.